Hey everybody, it's Dr. Green, the Road Scholar, coming back at you. I'm up here in Missouri right now, still Springfield, Missouri, trying to get my truck fixed, had the air compressor go out. I got lucky. I got the last air compressor that's left in the entire country that fits my truck. Other than that, they're on national back order from, guess where? China. Yeah, that's really good. So any other driver that's fixing to have an air compressor problem, or you have one, your truck goes into the shop. If you want a new air compressor, you're gonna have to wait months to get one from China. Imagine that. But that's just a little update on my truck. It is getting fixed today. I'll be out here probably another 4 hours or so, they say. While I was here, I've been watching the news, of course. Seen something on MSNBC this morning, which really tripped me out. They were talking about how the Biden administration is talking about America needs to be completely electric vehicles by 2035. What they mean is the car manufacturers need to be selling nothing but electric vehicles by 2035. We will still have gas and diesel vehicles on the road at that time. I don't see how that's possible. Even MSNBC brought this up. You know, they even brought up that we don't have the infrastructure for that. If you look at all of these cars that park out here and everything, and you're expected to put enough charging stations around America, rest areas, parking lots, Walmart, and all this, to be able to charge every single car, replace every single electric car or gasoline car out here with electric, and you're going to have that many charging stations. Guys, do you know the amount of infrastructure they're going to have to build for that? Just the cabling alone, just the electric cables alone, is going to be the trillions of dollars to try to do that. It's not going to happen. We don't even have enough of it. I mean, look at it this way. I can't even get the air compressor from China in a couple of months for vehicles that they've been making for over 6 years. And we're already having issues trying to just get parts for our vehicles that we have now. Not only that, but you're going to have to come up with enough batteries to run all these cars, which means they're going to have to come up with a whole new technology for batteries. The lithium and all that's not going to work. It's just not. They don't have enough of it. There is not enough lithium to run America, much less the rest of the world. There's not enough lithium to run Texas, much less the rest of America. There's just not. So they're expecting to get all this done, and they're investing trillions into this infrastructure program, or they're trying to. They say billions, but we know it's going to be trillions. And it's not going to happen. While we're investing into this stuff and investing into programs and everything to go green, and we're going to have to get these parts from China, imagine that. China's doing what? They're still out here visiting all these different countries, getting more and more countries on board with abandoning the dollar bill and moving to the yen and their own currencies and getting them off the American dollar system as a world reserve. I'm not trying to be political here, guys, but as truck drivers, we need to pay attention to this kind of stuff. It's not going to work. Our country, I don't see how. I mean, just use your common sense for a little bit. Forget all the politics. Forget all the news about it, our men, women, and women, men. Forget everything else the Democratic Party's trying to do. Just look at just the green program, trying to go green. Do I want to be going green? Sure, I would love it. I would love to be able to hop into an electric car and go down the street and do all my shopping and tow my boat and all that kind of stuff. That'd be great. It ain't going to happen. We're not there yet. Technology's not even close to being able to do that yet. But our government is spending all of our money trying to get us to go that way. We don't manufacture the batteries in America. We don't make the parts for the electric cars in America. We don't make the battery packs for the cars. We don't make the charging stations in America. All of this stuff comes from China. Who is the biggest silicone chip producer in the world that we're going to need for our electric cars? Taiwan. And Taiwan belongs to China. I know a lot of you are going to want to argue, but I went back and read the actual documents, the agreements made with America and China and everything, and Taiwan belongs to China. And China realizes it, and they know that we're doing this stupid move, and they're trying to take back over Taiwan. Will America allow them to do it? I really don't see how America can stop them. They're moving in military and everything and doing exercise. They're letting us know they are not scared of our military. And I'll be honest with you, our military equipment and personnel and everything is not up to the task of going to war with China. We're not. That's a fake belief. If we end up going to war with China over Taiwan, we will lose our entire Pacific Navy fleet. I know it sucks, and a lot of people go, we have the strongest this and the strongest that. We do, but when those ships break down, they need parts. Where do the parts come from? You got it. China and a lot of these other nations are joining BRICS. So how are we going to repair our ships, our planes, our munitions supply, everything else? We can't. We don't do anything in America. We don't manufacture anything here anymore. In all reality, what is the American dollar worth? We don't have hardly any, compared to these other countries, we don't have exports like they do. Sucks, but that's the truth of it. And this administration and the Democratic administrations for the last, since I could ever remember, have not been trying to get manufacturing back in America. They always thought, it's easy to say that we need to be like the rest of the world and everything, but we're not. We don't have anything we produce here that the rest of the world really cares to have. We stopped even exporting fuel. Under Trump, we were at least energy independent. We're not that anymore. We got Biden trying to go over to Saudi Arabia to beg them for oil, and Saudi Arabia tells us to kick rocks. Actually, the entire Middle East tells us to kick rocks. They don't want to help us. They don't want to give us, they will sell it to us for an extremely higher price. And America doesn't have a bargaining chip with them anymore. Oh, we're going to protect you from the communist this and the communist that. We're going to help you build up your defense. And they're like, really? Because we're making trade deals with the communists. It's you we're not making trade deals with. Because they simply don't trust us anymore. We have backpedaled and bullied our way around and used our national defense as a tool as long as we can. We can't do it anymore. America needs to get busy producing stuff back here that the rest of the world might want or need. Well, we have the best technology. Not anymore. They were just talking about that even on Fox News the other day. And almost China doesn't need our technology anymore. They're ahead of us. Did they steal it from us? Probably, but it doesn't matter. They're still ahead of us. You know, you can see they say, well, they stole this from us and they stole that technology. Yeah, but they got it. And they're producing it for a lot cheaper than we are, a lot cheaper than our American workers will. So if our people don't go to work and start doing something and quit worrying about who has enough money to buy the next PS5 or the next big $2,000 cell phone or anything like that, if we don't quit trying to live above our means and realize that some of us need to do manual labor because we don't have the education to do the technological jobs and everything that the world is going to require, Americans are we've been spoiled and we are too lazy and we're not going to do it, and it's going to be our downfall. It's not going to be, it is our downfall at this time. Our food, we at least used to be able to say, hey, we produce a lot of food for the rest of the world. We used to be the world's breadbasket. Not anymore. Hey, we're getting our food imported from Mexico, China, South America. We're not producing anything. We don't even produce enough food in America to feed Americans, but let's export out to other countries. That's where we are. So I just want to get on here and talk about that and let everyone know that, yeah, I don't like talking about politics. I'd much rather talk about trucking issues. And I will start again, you know, especially when my truck gets going and everything. I want to be talking more about trucking. But honestly with you, someone says, well, what about, we need to talk about the trucking business. The trucking business needs to prepare. All you drivers out here, you need to start preparing. The things that you used to be able to do and make money in trucking, we won't be able to do. Shipping is going to go down. We're getting less and less stuff from the rest of the world. And once they make all these agreements with each other and everything, there's going to be less for us to get, which means there's going to be less freight to move. So you're going to have to figure out a way to run your business on a different model. Do I know what that model is? Can I give it to you? Can I give you the secret? No, not yet, because I don't know where we're at. Anyone out here telling you where we're at right now is where we're at right now. And 6 months from now, any business model you see about trucking will be obsolete. In a few years, it will definitely be obsolete. So when you're doing a long-term business plan and everything, you need to be taking worst case scenarios into effect. because they said, well, our economy will come back. I don't think our economy will recover from this for at least another 10 to 15 years, if we could do it then. If we could start rebuilding our trust with other nations and getting ourselves back on track. If not, our economy may never bounce back. We've been investing in the wrong things. And China and Russia and all these other countries, India and everyone else that produces everything that we sell in America, won't even need to sell it in America anymore. China loaning these other countries money and everything is creating jobs for their economies and their people and everything in these other countries. These third world nations are going to start producing and having more money to spend and be able to ship goods in from India and everything else like we are doing now, and they won't need us anymore. The whole world market is opening up to them, and we are falling further and further behind. That's what's happening. Talk to y'all later.